All right, welcome back to part 2. So now we're going to do the second page of the review together. So it says if JP is equal to 45, so right away, JP, that's the whole thing, then find JN and NP. So this is segment addition. So JN plus NP is equal to JP. So this section plus this section is equal to the whole line. That's the segment addition concept there. So 2y plus 1 plus the y minus 1 is equal to 45. We're done with the geometry. All we have to do now is the algebra. And y'all need to show me this initial equation here, and then y'all need to show me the simplified equation, because y'all are just jumping straight to what x is, and that's not going to cut it. So 2y and y, that's 3y, a plus 1 and a minus 1, those cancel. So we just have 3y is equal to 45. So divided by 3. So y is 15. So we have to find y, so there's y. And then now to find Jn and Np, all we have to do is plug in. So Jn is equal to 2 times 15 plus 1. So Jn is 31. And y'all need to use the calculator on these simple plugging ins, because I saw so many people make mistakes on adding numbers on our assignments. I'm just like telling you guys now, just use the calculator. Don't risk that silly mistake, okay? And now NP. So NP is y minus 1, so it's just going to be 15 minus 1. So NP is 14. And look, double check. Take 31 and add 14 to it, and you should get 45. Do we get 45? Yes. So we know that we figured everything out correctly. Okay, the next one, number 6, it says M is the midpoint of segment ST. So SM and MT are congruent. So if this is 4x plus 23 here, I know that this is also 4x plus 23. Okay, and then it tells us ST, so the whole line is 10x plus 36. So now it says that we need to find x. We have to solve for x. So basically, I know 4x plus 23 plus this 4x plus 23 is equal to this 10x plus 36. Okay, now alternatively, I could have said, okay, 4x plus 23, just multiply it by 2, and it's equal to the whole thing. That is equally valid. I just want people to understand that you take the two parts and you add them together, it's equal to the whole thing. The only thing different here is that the parts are equal to each other. So we get 8x plus 46, because 23 times 2 is 46, so that's 10x plus 36. So then we'll go on ahead and we will combine like terms. So take this 8x over here. So we get 46 is equal to 2x plus 36. So take away 36 from both sides. So 46 minus 36 is 10. So 2x is 10. So therefore divide by 2. And you get x is 5. Okay, x is 5. All right. Number 7. It says in the figure, if AC is equal to DE or DF, which is 12, then BC plus DE has to be what? Okay, just treat these like two separate problems. So A to B, we know the whole thing, or A to C is 12, and A to B is 4, so that must mean that B to C has got to be 8. Okay, now go here and look at DF. DF, the whole thing is 12. From E to F, that's 4. So from D to E, that has to be 8. So now, what does it say? It says BC plus DE. Okay, look at your pictures here. BC, how much did we say it was? It was 8. So 8, okay, plus, now DE, that's 8. So what's 8 plus 8? 16. Number 8. This one, you have to, there's two answers for A and CA. There's going to be two different answers. Okay, it says, given that A, B, and C are collinear points, so that means they're on a line together. If the coordinate of B is -10 and the coordinate of C is 4 and BA is 287, find the two possible coordinates for A and give BC and CA for each. So draw a line. Now I'm not going to draw a huge line here. I'm only going to actually put B and C on here because those are the only ones they give us. So point B is at -10 and point C is at 4. Okay, so this right here, BA, that's the critical information. They say that the length of BA is 287. So I noticed again on one of y'all's assignments, y'all are not understanding that you can have a point either to the right or to the left. Like point A could be either over here to the right somewhere or over here to the left somewhere. And the distance between A and B has to be 287. So basically, the absolute value of B minus A has to be equal to 287. So what that means, it gives you two cases. Either B minus A is equal to positive 287, or B minus A is equal to negative 287. So you have to do both cases. So we'll just plug in here. So it's -10 minus A is equal to the positive 287, or -10 minus A is equal to negative 287. And then now you have to solve this for A. So add 10, add 10. So negative A is equal to 297, which means that A is equal to negative 297. Okay. And then go over here. So that's 1, negative 297. And then over here you have to solve it. Add 10 again. So negative A is equal to negative 277, which means that A is equal to positive 277. You just divide by -1. So that's how you find the case for point A. So it's either you're starting at -10 and you're going 287 to the right, or you're starting at -10 and you're going 287 to the left. Okay? So for the negative 297, you're getting 287 more negative. So that's why you have to add. And over here, you're going 287, but you started off at -10, so you have to take that off from the total length. Now, we have to find the length of BC. Okay, BC is not going to change for either one because B and C are staying put. So how do you find the length of BC? It's the absolute value of -10 minus 4. So you're always subtracting them. So -10 minus 4, if you put that in the calculator, the absolute value is going to come out to be 14. So BC is 14. Okay, now we have to find the length of CA. And again, you have to use both numbers for CA, or for point A. So you have either that it is 4, so starting at C, right, minus, and then you have negative 297. So that basically turns into 4 plus 297, and the absolute value of that is going to become 301. Or you have C minus, and then what's our other value for A? 277. And so 4 minus 277, that gives you negative 273, but then you need the absolute value. So just 273. And that's how you find that. So guys, it's all about the distances, and distances can never be negative. So just use the absolute value. If you need to do it in the calculator, you just type A, B, S, and then you put the left parentheses, and then you type whatever you need to in there, and that'll do the sign for you. Okay, next one. Number 9. It says draw your own picture. It says 5 and 6 are a linear pair, and that the measure of angle 5 is 38, and that the measure of angle 6 is 4x plus 20. Okay, so a linear pair. Just draw a line and put another angle there. So angle 5 is 38. So I'm going to put it as the smaller one, okay, because we know 38 is a little bit small. And then this is angle 5. And then angle 6 is this 4x plus 20. That's angle 6. Now, a linear pair, that means they add up to 180. So angle 5 plus angle 6 equals 180. So it's 4x plus 20 plus 38 equals 180. So then just combine like terms. 4x plus 58 equals 180. Okay, take away 58 from both sides. Okay, it's 4x is 122, and then divide by 4. And you get that x is 30.5. Sorry, I'm just going through and double checking my math as I'm doing it from my key. So x is 30.5. That's all they asked you to figure out. Okay, angle 7 and angle 8 are vertical angles. Okay, so draw an x. Vertical angles are across from each other. So here's angle 7 and here's angle 8. And what do we know about vertical angles? They are congruent. So the measure of angle 7 is equal to the measure of angle 8. So this 54 right here and this 12x minus 6, those are going to be equal. So 12x minus 6 equals 54. So add 6 to both sides. So 12x is equal to 60 divided by 12. So x is 5. Okay, and then they also ask us for the measure of angle 8, so we're going to plug in. So take this 12 times 5 minus 6. So 60 minus 6, which is 54, which we should have already known, right? Because they're vertical angles, so they're congruent. So technically, you didn't even have to plug in. But it's good practice to always show and verify. All right, so that's it for page 2. So I'm going to make another video, and that'll be page 3, and that'll be the end of the review.